guys, we got lots of blood. She's cut her head open.
Oh my god. I remember seeing this accident right at the start of the season and wondering who it was. I did suspect it was either Emily or it was going to be Becca, and it's sad to see one of the sweetest people on the season having to go through this. Oh my god, my heart is breaking for her. But I have to give Brennan some credit for stepping up and being by her side. Anyway, hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 17, Episode 16. Austin and Becca are frustrating me. I'm getting to my wit's end with them. I cannot take any more of this storyline that they haven't been intimate. It's either they break up or they tell us what they're doing, or they change their storyline, because I'm fed up of every single time, oh, we want a bedroom that's away from everybody else so that we can do whatever we want to do. Well, if you're not doing anything in that bedroom, why do you need a bedroom that's further away? Why not sleep with another guy? Go and sleep with Orion, and Lauren can sleep in the same bedroom as Becca, and they can have conversations and talk about, their crappy marriages. That would be better. Anyway, you have Claire. Claire is talking about Cameron. Oh, he's had this surgery. I don't feel like calling it a couples retreat because I'm not in a couple. And it's like, well, the last time we saw you and Cameron together, you both agreed. Cameron said you wanted a divorce. You said you wanted a separation. So that relationship has ended. Don't try and make it out to be what it's not. Oh my God, I'm not in the mood today. And then you have Brennan and Emily. Emily has endured a lot. This season, two people have gone through it. And those two people are Lauren and Emily, because they were matched with these two men that really weren't serious about getting married. And they've had to endure the psychological trauma of being in a relationship with those people. And for her to have to beg him to say, can you carry one of the bags? Doesn't make sense. Common sense should have told him to take some of the bags and even take bags and put them in the car and then come back for some more while she's finishing up. I don't get it. Brennan gets on my last nerve, but hey, I digress. This season, I don't understand why the producers or the experts felt that they needed a couples retreat, because they barely have a couple. Because it seems like Chloe is uncertain about a lot of things. In regards sharing his space with Michael, Becca and Austin, nobody knows what's going on there. Brennan and Emily, it's just a matter of them not wanting to say we're divorced, but they are divorced. Everybody else is separated, so I don't know why they needed that. It was cute to see Michael and Chloe move into their apartment, although Chloe seemed uncertain because she said she's an introvert, so normally she would decompress on her own. And it's like, well, you knew this was coming, so why then would you want to get married if you know that you're someone who likes your own personal space and don't want to be having people sort of litter or disturb your peace? That didn't make sense. Anyway, the other two couples went to the retreat, and it seems Michael and Chloe will join them a couple of days later. And first to arrive were Austin and Becca. Austin and Becca, something happened while they were in Philly or wherever they went to visit, Austin's family, and they haven't been the same. Austin is looking for a bed that's far away from everybody else. And it's like, why? You're not being physically intimate with this lady, so why are you looking for a bed somewhere else? That doesn't make sense. Brennan and Emily. Brennan is happy that they've decided to diffuse the situation and not put any pressure. And it's like, you knew you were signing up for Married at First Sight. Why then did you, come on if you don't deal well with pressure? You should have stayed your butt at home, and they would have matched Emily with somebody else who was ready to get married. Orion turned up. Oh my God, he gets on my last nerve. I can't even stand him at all. So for him to bring that little packet of cans or whatever that was that he brought, and he said, I brought some alcohol, and it's like, oh, please. Just keep quiet. Just keep coming and sit down. You could tell the girls were not impressed. The girls were not happy to see him. They were cordial, but they were not happy to see him, which tells me that Lauren must have told them something, or they must have heard something about the way he treated Lauren from either the producers or someone, and so they are really not feeling him. He then says, oh, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I hope Lauren and I will be cordial. And it's like, leave that woman alone. You broke her down, told her you wanted a divorce, so leave her alone. Why do you need her to make you feel comfortable in the environment? If you're there, go to the basement and stay in the basement until people have gone. And please keep quiet. You have Claire. Oh, I was worried about having a good time while Cameron is recovering. Oh, that's another one. Please keep quiet. We're really not here for it, and we're not buying your empathy for Cameron, which is only played out when there's a situation whereby you're reminded by the producers that you have to appear to empathize with Cameron that is going through a tough time. I am not buying what she's selling. Somebody else, please tell her to sit down. So having everybody get ready for the dinner and then, come out in a single file didn't make sense to me. It's so staged and so forced that it's too hard to watch. You have Orion at the table talking about, I was in a good place with Lauren at the wedding, so I'm hoping we'll continue. And it's like, please keep quiet. Please keep quiet. And when Lauren walks in, you can tell she's feeling some type of way. And from Claire's reaction, I think all the girls know what Orion has been saying and doing, in the sense that he's been making these false promises to Lauren and then turning his back on her, where in public or on camera he sort of makes it seem like he wants to apologize, he wants to move on from where things went bad, he wants to change the narrative, as he said. And then once the cameras go away, he stops, he just ignores her, because Lauren said he had asked to be friends, and then since the wedding he hasn't contacted her to speak. And it's like, why continue to allow him to sort of live rent-free in your head? Tell him enough is enough. You don't need him. You don't need the lies. You don't need the deception. It's time for him to move on, and it's time for you to move on. Because she was saying, this is the best month I've had. And it's like, so every time she's feeling very good about herself and is in a great place, Orion has to come back and sort of create tension. Why? Why does he get pleasure from doing that? He tried to break her down. He tried to make her seem like something she was not. So it's time to move on. He needs to move on, and she'll move on, and life will be okay. So it's interesting. Everyone goes to bed, and then you have Austin and Becca sort of trying to make out in bed. And then apparently it says an hour later, Austin sort of picks up his stuff and leaves the room and says to Becca, if you want to come along, come along. But I'm going to the big bedroom. And it's like, why? Were the cameras around? Was he worried that they might have put cameras in the room, so he wanted to go to a room he assumed they hadn't prepared? What is it? I didn't get that. And so for Becca to say she didn't go because she didn't feel welcome, I get where she's coming from. I understand it. And so I don't know really what's going on with Becca and Austin. I wish they were more transparent, but they seem very vague and very sort of elusive, that you can't make out whether they actually like each other or whether they're just going through the motions and just telling each other, I love you, and that's it. And then in the morning you have, Michael and Chloe wake up. Chloe had gone to bed very early because I think she was still very stressed about the return journey and the fact that she had to move in with Michael. So Michael woke her up with a coffee, and she appreciated the fact, and I think it's something I've noticed, whereby Michael is doing everything within his power to make Chloe feel comfortable, irregardless of how he is feeling. And so to see her recognize that and appreciate that, I really loved. So you have Claire in the morning with Lauren. They go out to play basketball and just have a chat. And for me, I don't know why Claire is there. And I don't know why she continues to bring up someone who said he wanted a divorce all the time. Oh, I really want to be there for him, but he doesn't seem to want me to be there for him. So I'm sort of stuck in no man's land, and I think he's really going through it, and I wish he could allow me. And it's like, oh my God, please, this is not about you. This is about Cameron and healing himself. If he doesn't want to be on camera, to be recorded while he's at his most vulnerable moment, then respect that and keep it moving. Lauren was right to say she doesn't need to speak to Orion. I think everybody's picked up on the fact that Orion is performing in front of them, because he said, we want to try and change the narrative. What narrative is he trying to change? I think he had spoken to his family, and his family told him, you're a jackass. And I think this was him trying to pretend as though he was trying to sort of repair or make amends with Lauren. But I like the fact that Lauren is able to recognize that Orion is not worth the hassle and that she needs to move on. She doesn't need a friendship with him. She doesn't need a conversation with him. So I really love that for her. It's very interesting in the sense that you have Chloe and Michael visit each other's places. And I like the fact that they were not critical about each other's place, unlike Dom last year. I like that even though they found some things questionable, they were sort of polite and respectful in how they addressed it. I do get, Chloe's concern that Michael wears a skirt and, he's more in tune with his feminine side, and this is not something that she would have liked or preferred, in her dating life. And so it's like, well, you can either get a guy's guy, or you can get someone like Michael who's more sort of empathetic, caring, and loving, because he's always put you first. So it's up to you. What do you want? Do you want the qualities, or do you want, how someone appears physically? What is it? So I don't know. I thought they were cute. I thought they are doing amazing. So we'll see how it plays out. You have Becca and Austin go for, a couple's massage, and I don't even know why Becca still brings up intimacy. I think she needs to keep quiet and just ignore it and just accept her fate for what it is, and not make any sort of effort towards discussing any form of intimacy with Austin, because I think the difference with Austin is he doesn't say anything about pressure, whereas Brennan is always complaining, oh, too much pressure, too much pressure. So I don't know. I really want to give him the benefit of a doubt, but I think Austin has checked out. That's my opinion. I don't think he's as into Becca as he made out. And so unless he proves me wrong, I don't even want to say. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm thinking. Whether I'm thinking that they'll both say no on decision day, or whether they might surprise us like the couple last season who said yes. So I don't know. We'll see. I really liked, Michael and Chloe's meeting with Pastor Carl. I liked the fact that they had a lot of respect. It seems a lot of people have respect for Pastor Carl, but the fact that he was able to have an open and honest and mature conversation, it wasn't about, she doesn't look the way I like, so I'm not feeling anything. It wasn't like, yes, Chloe brought up the fact that Michael has these feminine traits, but it was done in such a respectful way that it wasn't meant to demean him or be derogatory. So he was accepting of that, and he was understanding. And I like that Pastor Carl made it known to them that, you have to fancy your person, you have to like your person, and remember you're married, so you can have sex. So that was cute to see. I really liked that. And I have hope for Michael and Chloe. I have hope. We'll see. I also like the fact that she recognized that her type hasn't worked. So Michael has the qualities that she asked for in a man. So it's important, and it's incumbent upon her to put in her 100% effort in. And if it fails, it fails. But at least she won't have any regrets that I turned down someone who had all the qualities I liked just because of the way he dressed. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is why they kept bringing up the fact that, Emily is the one who arranged the ATVs. She was very excited to do it. It's not, I think they were trying to cover up. I won't speculate because obviously, I wasn't there, but it was a bit questionable when they kept bringing up Emily's conversations about the ATV. And so for her to be this excited and then go and be involved in that serious, accident that she sustained this massive head injury, it looked like she had quite a big gash and it was bleeding heavily. And so I'm really worried for her. I like the fact that Brennan stepped up and he was very supportive, and he didn't sort of become instructor and distract them. And so I really am sending love for her. I know by now if things hadn't worked out, we would have found out, but hopefully they're able to sort of provide her the care she needs and she's able to recover. I'm happy that, irregardless of what was going on, Brennan stayed by her side and was there to sort of support her, because this must have been very scary. You could tell that even the staff, the crew, the production crew, the paramedics, everyone seemed very terrified. And I have a feeling this is the last time Mavs is going to do this ATV thing, is because this is not the first time they've done the ATV thing. And sadly, Austin was teasing them about these ATVs, saying that, I hope it doesn't turn out okay. And it's like, now he will be carrying guilt because, of the joke that he made. I don't know. I can't wait to see what happens next. Thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and click the link in my video to watch my review from episode 15. Bye guys.